Hey, this is Rosa Citra Creations. How's it going? We're going to bring to you a skillet dinner. Okay, let's see. We're going to be making 1 pot cabbage and beans, white fish. Okay, so we're going to get some over medium heat. Let me turn my burner on. Okay. We're going to add some olive oil. And of course I'll put the measurements in the description box. We're going to add 1 chopped onion. Thank goodness I already have my frozen onions. I have baggies of diced, minced, chopped, and big slices. That way I just grab one whenever I need one. I'll let this thaw out a little bit while I was chopping up the cabbage. This is about, it just says 1 onion. It didn't say what size, so I think we're going to go ahead and use this whole thing. Because I try to put these little snack baggies equivalent of like 1 whole onion or something like that. Okay. Then we're going to need some 2 cloves of garlic, which is about half of this one. Man, that smells so good. That's about 2 cloves. And this is going to go back in the freezer. So I'm putting my minced garlic back in my freezer bag. I put them in these little Ziploc snack bags because I put them in just enough for what I need, and I'm good to go. Okay. Let me get my heavy-duty spoon, my favorite spoon, which is this one here. And then we're just going to saute that around until all that melts. It's going to be a minute, so I'm going to go ahead and put my lid on here, just so the heat stays in there. And while that's being done, you can normally chop your cabbage, but because my onions and garlic were frozen, I'm going to have to do that first. So we're going to add, the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon olive oil, 1 onion chopped, 2 cloves of garlic, minced, 1 small cabbage, thinly sliced, 1 can of white beans, which we're using our pressure can white beans that we both did together, drained and rinsed, and 2 cups of vegetable broth. Oop. Let me get my vegetable broth. My vegetable broth right there. And we're going to get thyme, paprika, salt and pepper. So let's get the thyme and paprika. Let's get ourselves ready while we're waiting for that to warm down. Thyme. Thyme, paprika. And I'm using my freshly ground, I did it myself from my garden, thyme and paprika. Paprika is just store-bought. As you can see, there's 3 different colors because I had 3 different jars, so I just combined them all into one. Okay, paprika is opened. Let me get my thyme open. Let me get my measuring spoons. It asks for 1 teaspoon. You know what, since it's a small amount, I'm just going to dabble. I'm not going to bother with the measuring spoons. Oh, we need to get our fish. We got our frozen fish. So let me open up the packages of that. Because again, we're having to wait for this Oh man, I wish we had smelling version. I love it. I'm trying to break up that chunk of onion. There we go. See, it doesn't take long to do all this. Let me bring this up so you can see. Look at that. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. Let that simmer. Okay. Next thing. First in directions is heat oil in large pan over medium heat, which is it is. Add the onions and the garlic and saute until fragrant, which already is. We're going to add the cabbage. Here's my cabbage. And we want to saute this until the cabbage is kind of wilted. And of course it'll wilt with the heat and the steam. And it doesn't say put a lid on it, so, and I guess I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm just going to follow the directions. So it's only going to take about 5 minutes, so 38 and not 41. So 5:44 my time. Man, this really smells good. There's a piece that didn't break up. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to bother with that because I have enough cabbage. We'll just take those onions off of there. That's going to go in the garbage. Oh, there's another big long one, but that's okay. You know what? I'm good to go. I'll eat that part if I don't want it. It's just one piece of cabbage. I'm not going to bother with it. Oh, actually, you know what I can do? I have my scissors, and they're dirty anyway. These are my kitchen shears. Just going to cut it up really. It says slice it thinly. And that'll be close enough. Still a little hot. And I haven't developed any calluses on my hands like my mom and grandma did from making homemade tortillas and touching food with your hands. Because I'm new to this and I'm a wimp. I may never ever get calluses on my hands like they did. But I'm okay with that. I'm doing the best that I can with what tools that I have. And that's all we can ask for. That's going to go in the washer. Get washed. Got about 2 more minutes on this. I know I watched a couple of videos, so I know they just said saute it on here and then just stir. So let me smooth this all out. So all of that can stir in there. Got about another minute. So we got the thyme and paprika, salt and pepper, and we don't have any fresh parsley. I don't ever do fresh parsley. Oop. I'm too much of a shorty. Okay, salt and pepper to taste. Okay. It's looking good, it's smelling good. And you hear that? You hear that sizzling? Oh. I think what I'm supposed to do is, let me open my, I do need my scissors. I gotta open this fish. Take it out of its vacuum bag. We buy the frozen fish that's individually packaged, just for convenience sake. Because we never know if we're going to both be eating or just one of us be eating, because we have such different schedules. You just never know. You do what's best for you and your family. Okay, so that's done, Wipe the hands. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Add the beans and the broth and the thyme. Okay, so there's my beans. Look at that, didn't that turn out pretty? And you want to rinse and drain your beans if you use the can, or even if you use the pressure can one. You want to rinse them. Yeah, go in there. I'm going to add the broth. How much broth did it say to use? 2 cups of broth. This is 2 cups. These little pint jars are 2 cups. Okay. Now let's stir this. Oh, love my homemade broth. This smells really well. I'll bring you over here in just a minute so you can see this. Okay. Next thing is we're going to add the beans, the broth, the thyme, and the salt and pepper. Okay, so let's just sprinkle paprika. Paprika only takes 1 teaspoon, so it's not a whole lot. But I'm just going to add a little bit more. Parsley. Fresh. Nothing beats fresh herbs. Salt and pepper. Y'all know, my regular subscribers, though, I don't do too much salt, but I'm just following the recipe because I've never done this before. Once I've made it once, I'll be able to write down my little notes on here, and I'll know where I can tweak what to make it my own. Okay, let's give that a quick stir. This is looking really good. Smells wonderful. And that's really very pleasing to the look. Let me bring you over here. Got a hold because my tripod's still broken. See that? It's still pretty pleasing. Very appealing looking. I'm learning different things and different techniques and different ways of doing cooking, baking. Okay. Let's get a spoon. Let's do a quick little taste to see if we need to add anything. Oh man. I could say you could go for a little bit more time. So I'm going to add, I need to add to double that. Instead of 1 teaspoon to do 2. And again, remember, all this is to your individual taste, or you and your family. So you may all not be on the same page. There we go. I know I could use a little bit more salt. A little bit more pepper. Now let's give this another stir. Now And when you're stirring, you want to go all the way around, all the sides, go in the center, breathe things from the out in and from the in out. That lets you incorporate all the flavors of everything whenever it's a recipe asking to do sauteing and simmering all like this. Now just making it level. I want an even cooling pot. I'm getting all the goodies from the sides, the onions and the garlic. Let's do one more taste test. And I double dip, it's just me and hubby. Nobody's coming over. Oh yeah. Look at that. See that? Yum, 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 yum. Oh, good flavor. Good flavor. Okay, so stir, bring to simmer. Salt and pepper, stir and bring to simmer. So it's simmering right now. Okay. Now we're going to add the fish. You just lay the fish right on top. Don't break it up, don't do nothing with it. Just lay the whole fish right on top. Sometimes I don't ever get... Did I not cut it in? Oh, I didn't cut it thick enough. I just hit the paper. Where'd my scissors go? Oh. Okay. One whole piece there. Let me get this other one and make sure that I cut... Nope, I didn't cut that one all the way either. It's kind of hard to tell when they vacuum pack it. I'm having to open up where I cut because I didn't cut deep enough. Okay. There, let me rinse my hands right quick. I just touch fish. Get a little bit of soap. Alrighty. Now we're going to add our lid. And we're going to let this, it says bring to simmer, add fish on top, cover and cook for 12 to 15 minutes or until fish is flaky. So let me just turn this down just a tad. Because it says medium heat. It didn't say medium high, medium low. For about 12 to 15 minutes, and in about 8 minutes, I'm going to come back and see what it's looking like. I want to make sure none of the juices have boiled out of it. So we'll bring it back, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to be doing my dishes. We'll bring it back. Okay, we're back. And let me bring you to what it looks like. See that? Oop. Okay. Let me grab my bowl. Grab some of the goodies. Grab a piece of the fish. And look at the fish. See how nice and flaky it cooked? I think it did very well. Let me grab a spoon and let's do a little taste test. Still got plenty of broth in there. I mean, not a whole lot because it did cook down. So let's get up some fish and the beans and the cabbage and the juices. It's still hot. And I'm blowing on it too. That fish is so good. Tender, flaky. I taste all the beans and the cabbage and the juices with the herbs. I could definitely taste the parsley. I got a hint of the garlic, not a whole lot. With that broth, without just this right here alone, put it with some cornbread, that would be awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, this is my take on a one-pot cabbage and beans with white fish dinner. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.